Ladies, let's get real for a moment. How many times have you felt caught in a cycle of hoping, waiting, and sometimes even chasing after someone's attention? Maybe you feel if he finally sees your worth, you'll feel complete. But here's the reality. True detachment isn't about playing games or manipulating feelings. It's about honoring yourself, your boundaries, and your own happiness. Detachment is about building a relationship with yourself so strong that you don't feel the need to seek validation from someone else. It's a process, and it isn't about shutting off emotions, but instead building a mindset that puts your peace and self-worth above the need for anyone's approval. In this video, we're going to dive into the psychology of chasing, the power of detachment, and how you can master this journey of self-worth. 1. Why we chase, the psychology of attachment and validation. To stop chasing, you first need to understand why you feel the need to chase. Many times, this urge comes from a fear of rejection or a desire for validation. Society has conditioned many women to believe that they are complete only when in a relationship, especially with someone they deem valuable. This mindset can make you feel like you have to pursue or hold on to someone for happiness. But here's the truth. Real happiness and self-worth come from within, not from someone else's presence in your life. The more you base your worth on another person's behavior, the more power you give them over your emotions. Imagine for a moment that this person is just a chapter in your life, not the whole story. Shifting this perspective is the first step toward true detachment. When you realize that your worth isn't determined by someone else's approval, you reclaim your power. Visualize this. Think of your life as a beautiful journey. Some people walk alongside you for a while, some stay longer, and others are just passing by. But no one defines the entire journey but you. Every relationship can be meaningful without it being the center of your happiness. 2. Step away to gain perspective. The next step is to give yourself space, a temporary break to gain clarity. Often, when you're too close to someone, especially someone who isn't reciprocating your commitment, your emotions can cloud your judgment. Taking a break isn't about ignoring them or playing hard to get. It's about giving yourself the mental and emotional space to see the situation more clearly. By stepping back, you allow yourself to process your thoughts and feelings objectively. This is a moment to focus on yourself. Take a week, a month, or whatever you need to detach from their influence. Journaling can be a powerful tool during this period. Write down your feelings, your thoughts, and what you desire for your own happiness. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher, once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." When you take time to step away, you create room for new perspectives to emerge. This doesn't mean you don't care. It means you're choosing to prioritize your mental clarity and peace. Try this. Each time you feel tempted to reach out or check up on him, take that moment to write in your journal instead. Write about what you're feeling, why you're feeling it, and how you can redirect that energy toward yourself. Stepping away is like giving your emotions a chance to settle, like a storm passing. 3. Building self-worth. Shift focus from validation to inner fulfillment. One of the biggest reasons people chase is the desire for validation. When he texts back, it feels like a win. When he doesn't, you start questioning yourself. The only way to break free from this cycle is to build a sense of self-worth that isn't tied to anyone else's actions. Imagine for a moment that your sense of worth is like a strong foundation. When it's built on things you control, like your passions, goals, and values, it's unshakable. But if it's built on how others treat you, it's fragile and easily shaken. Start setting personal goals, pursue hobbies, and surround yourself with friends who support and uplift you. When you start building a fulfilling life, your need for external validation will naturally diminish. A practical exercise. Set a few small goals that excite you and commit to achieving them. This could be a fitness goal, a career milestone, or learning a new skill. When you're focused on personal growth, you'll feel more secure in yourself. And when your self-worth is rooted in your own achievements, you'll notice you're less drawn to seek validation from someone else. The power of boundaries. Reinforce your self-respect. Detachment isn't just about pulling away physically. It's also about setting emotional boundaries that protect your peace. Boundaries are a clear statement of what you will and will not tolerate. and they serve as a reminder of your worth. When you set boundaries, you're essentially saying, I respect myself enough to expect the same from others. Without these boundaries, it's easy to let someone else dictate how you feel. For example, if he's inconsistent in his communication or takes days to respond, ask yourself if that's something you're willing to accept. Setting a boundary here means deciding that if someone can't show the respect you deserve, you're not going to prioritize them. Boundaries also prevent you from falling into the trap of overthinking and analyzing someone else's behavior. When you know where you stand, you don't have to interpret every action or text. You simply follow your boundaries. Remember, boundaries aren't about shutting people out, but about protecting your energy. You deserve to be with someone who respects your time and values you. By setting boundaries, you reinforce the message to yourself that you're worth respect and consideration. How to set boundaries. Write down behaviors that don't align with your sense of respect. Maybe it's inconsistency, lack of effort, or dishonesty. Once you identify these, commit to enforcing them, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. Setting boundaries is empowering because it shows that you prioritize your well-being over someone else's inconsistency. 5. Reframe your feelings. Accept emotions without judgment. Emotions can be overwhelming, especially when they're tied to someone we're attached to. But detachment doesn't mean you stop feeling. It means you learn to handle your emotions in a healthier way. Think of your feelings like waves in the ocean. They come, they go, and sometimes they're strong. But just as waves don't define the ocean, your feelings don't define you. Next time you feel the urge to check your phone or dwell on someone's actions, pause. Acknowledge the emotion without judgment. Allow yourself to feel it, but don't let it control your actions. This is where the power of mindfulness comes in. Mindfulness is the practice of observing your thoughts without becoming attached to them. A practical mindfulness exercise. When you feel anxious or tempted to reach out, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and focus on what you're feeling. Label it. I feel anxious, or I feel rejected. By naming the emotion, you give yourself distance from it. It's a way of saying, I am feeling this, but it doesn't define me. Practicing this regularly will build your resilience and help you approach emotions from a place of calm rather than reaction. 6. Visualize the life you want without anyone else's approval. Visualization is a powerful tool for reshaping your mindset. Picture the life you want, the goals, the relationships, the sense of fulfillment. Notice that in this life, you are complete on your own. A partner adds to your joy, but doesn't define your happiness. Visualization shifts your focus from dependency on others to your own journey. Imagine yourself achieving your dreams, whether in your career, personal growth, or hobbies. See yourself as someone who is loved and valued, not because you're chasing someone, but because you embody confidence and independence. This mental image strengthens your sense of self and helps you remember that your life is beautiful and meaningful, regardless of someone else's involvement. Visualization exercise. Every morning or night, take 5 minutes to close your eyes and envision the life you want. Think of it in detail, what you're doing, how you feel, who's around you. Picture your accomplishments and the peace you feel. This daily practice reinforces that your life's purpose and happiness aren't dependent on anyone else's actions or approval. 7. Embrace the power of letting go. Letting go can feel counterintuitive, especially if you believe holding on means caring. But here's the truth. Letting go isn't about giving up. It's about freeing yourself from emotional chains that hold you back. You don't control other people's feelings or actions, only your own. Embracing this truth brings immense peace. Think about it like this. Every time you release the need to control or define a relationship, you make space for your own growth and happiness. The right people will be there for you naturally, without forcing or pursuing. And the wrong people? Let them go. They're making room for someone better suited to your life and values. A letting go mantra. Whenever you feel a strong urge to hold on, repeat a simple phrase to yourself, such as, I let go of what isn't meant for me. This mantra serves as a reminder that your worth and happiness are not tied to any one person's validation. Letting go means trusting that your life has purpose and meaning, even without their presence. 8. Focus on purpose and passion. One of the most fulfilling ways to detach from someone is to redirect your energy towards something that truly excites you. Finding your purpose and pursuing your passions are not only powerful distractions, but also deeply rewarding. When you're actively engaged in something you love, whether it's a hobby, career goal, or creative project, your focus naturally shifts away from the need for someone else's attention. Studies show that people who immerse themselves in meaningful activities feel more satisfied with their lives and experience less stress. When you're investing in yourself and your goals, you don't have as much emotional space left for worrying about someone else's actions. Instead, you're filling that space with joy and fulfillment. Discovering your passions. Make a list of things that interest you or that you've always wanted to try. Choose one, set small goals, and dive in. Whether it's learning an instrument, pursuing a fitness goal, or starting a new project, let your passion become your focus. The more you invest in yourself, the more your confidence grows, and with it, your independence from external validation. 9. Surround yourself with positive people who elevate you. Your social circle has a powerful impact on how you feel and act. Surround yourself with people who genuinely support, uplift, and celebrate you. These friends remind you of your worth and help you stay grounded in your self-respect. Positive influences reinforce your journey toward detachment by reminding you that you are loved and valued, regardless of your relationship status. Imagine your friends as pillars that help hold you up. Strong pillars provide support through emotional storms and remind you of your self-worth. Stoic philosophers believe that nurturing good friendships is like nourishing your soul, similar to sunlight for a plant. When you surround yourself with people who encourage your growth, you naturally become more resilient and confident. How to build a supportive circle. Make an effort to spend time with people who embody the qualities you admire: confidence, kindness, resilience. Limit time with those who drain you emotionally or bring negativity. Every time you invest in a positive social connection, you strengthen your self-worth and become more grounded in your journey of detachment. 10. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with kindness. Detachment is a journey, and like any journey, it has its ups and downs. There will be moments when you feel strong and moments when you feel vulnerable. Practicing self-compassion is about recognizing that it's okay to have setbacks and moments of doubt. Don't beat yourself up if you find yourself thinking about him or feeling the urge to reconnect. It's natural, and being kind to yourself through this process makes detachment sustainable. Think about it this way. If a close friend were struggling with letting go, you'd encourage her with empathy and understanding. Apply the same kindness to yourself. Each time you feel a moment of weakness, remind yourself that it's just a step in the journey, not the whole journey itself. When you approach detachment with compassion, you'll find that the process becomes lighter and more manageable. Self-compassion. Exercise. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, pause and ask yourself, if my friend were feeling this way, what would I say to her? Write down words of kindness and encouragement. This helps shift your mindset from self-criticism to self-acceptance, reinforcing your ability to stay committed to the path of detachment. 11th, embrace your independence and rediscover your true self. When we become too focused on someone else, we can lose sight of our own independence. Embracing your independence isn't about isolating yourself. It's about rediscovering your unique identity, values, and passions. Independence means knowing that you bring joy, purpose, and meaning into your own life without relying on anyone else to complete you. To foster independence, take yourself out on a solo date. Try something new that excites you, or revisit something you love that perhaps got put aside. When you nurture your independence, you're reconnecting with the things that make you who you are. As a result, your happiness isn't bound to someone else's presence or behavior. It's grounded in your own strength and resilience. Solo Activity Challenge. Make a list of 3 things you'd love to do on your own, whether it's visiting a new place, going to a movie, or spending time at a cafe with a good book. Set a date and commit to enjoying these activities solo. Embracing independence in this way builds confidence, reminding you that you're complete just as you are. 12. The power of letting go. Free yourself from the need for closure. A big part of detachment is learning to let go of the need for closure. Often we feel we need a clear, definitive ending, a reason why things didn't work out, or some acknowledgement of our worth from the other person. But here's the truth. Closure doesn't always come in the way we expect, and it doesn't need to come from anyone else. True closure is something you create within yourself by accepting the situation and choosing to move forward. Imagine letting go as releasing a heavy weight you've been carrying. It's not about erasing memories or pretending you don't care. It's about accepting that the chapter has ended and allowing yourself to start a new one. This frees you from the need to keep looking back and instead lets you focus on what lies ahead. Letting go. Mantra. Whenever you feel the urge to revisit past memories or seek closure, repeat to yourself, I release what I cannot control. My peace is within me. This mantra reminds you that closure isn't about getting answers. It's about finding peace within yourself. 13. Find purpose beyond relationships. One of the most fulfilling ways to detach is to channel your energy into a purpose that's bigger than any relationship. This purpose could be a career goal, a passion project, or a cause that matters deeply to you. When you're invested in something meaningful, your focus naturally shifts away from needing someone else's attention. Studies show that people who find purpose in life report higher levels of happiness and resilience. When you dedicate yourself to a purpose, you're not just filling time. You're building a sense of self-worth and satisfaction that no relationship can define. Purpose gives you direction, meaning, and fulfillment. Discovering your purpose. Take time to explore what genuinely excites and inspires you. Ask yourself questions like, what am I passionate about? What legacy do I want to leave? What makes me feel alive? When you pursue these answers, you'll find that your energy and focus naturally gravitate toward things that empower you, reducing the pull of attachment. 14. Surround yourself with uplifting influences. Detaching from someone can feel lonely, but you don't have to do it alone. Surround yourself with people who remind you of your worth, support your growth, and encourage your independence. Positive influences in your life serve as reminders of the love and respect you deserve, reinforcing your journey toward detachment. Think of your support network as your foundation. Friends who uplift you, family members who encourage you, or mentors who inspire you, all of these people act as pillars that reinforce your resilience. Stoic wisdom teaches that nurturing good friendships is essential for our emotional well-being. Good friends serve as a reflection of your worth and encourage you to keep moving forward with strength. Building a supportive network. Be intentional about who you spend time with. Reach out to friends who are positive influences, join groups or communities with shared interests, and invest in relationships that are healthy and uplifting. The more you surround yourself with positive energy, the more grounded and empowered you'll feel. 15. Live in alignment with your values and goals. Detachment is not only about letting go of someone, it's about reconnecting with what truly matters to you. Reflect on your core values: integrity, growth, compassion, resilience. Ask yourself if your actions align with these values. Living in alignment with your values means making choices that honor who you are, even when it's difficult. When you commit to your values, you start making decisions based on what fulfills and respects you, rather than on external validation. This focus on alignment makes it easier to detach because you're living for yourself, not to please or chase anyone else. Values. Reflection. Exercise. Write down your top 5 values and keep them visible, like on your mirror or phone screen. Use these values as a compass for your decisions. Ask yourself daily if your actions are in line with your values and make adjustments as needed. Living authentically strengthens your self-worth and empowers your journey of detachment, mastering detachment to become your strongest self. The journey of detachment isn't about abandoning feelings or becoming indifferent. It's about building a relationship with yourself that's so strong you don't rely on anyone else for validation or happiness. By understanding why we chase, setting boundaries, embracing independence, and focusing on personal growth, you reclaim control over your emotional well-being. Remember, detachment is about protecting your peace, reinforcing your self-respect, and building a fulfilling life that doesn't hinge on anyone else's presence or approval. You're not just someone's option, you're the main character in your life. When you live with this mindset, You attract relationships that complement your journey rather than define it. True detachment empowers you to love freely without losing yourself. It allows you to enjoy connections without being consumed by them. And most importantly, it allows you to live in alignment with your values and purpose. So, take this journey one step at a time, trust in your strength, and embrace the life you're building for yourself. As you master detachment, you'll find that true happiness and peace come from within. And that's something no one can ever take away from you. Thank you for watching, and remember, you're worth the love, respect, and peace you give to yourself.